It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up next.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers. And welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Marcus Jones now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. They run once more with McCaffrey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight-line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
To throw on 1st down is Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now,
he slams it in there, and he is in. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown Texans. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the end zone there, but it is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Jones now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Texans offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They need 2. Here's Purdy. That That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Purdy now on 2nd down. To the outside, he's got Waddle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's Purdy again. That one taken in. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
They get 18 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll look to throw again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the air one more time. He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, But no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Purdy. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Now give on the ground. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Open man, right side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll drop to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They put Adams in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
Back to throw. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Steelers.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Purdy. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's to Waddle again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Now he'll run it, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Texans. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down. He'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Back to the air once more on second down. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll try to pick this one up on the ground. He will have a Steelers first down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Right back to him on first down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A first down throw for Purdy. A short throw caught by Ferguson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they want to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. And now as this fourth down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now, a big 3rd down. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll run. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down. Tight end on the move left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Now, here's a timeout. They will indeed take it with 5 seconds left. Chance for a field goal to win this game. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to win the game. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's first down. One last shot now for Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.